I'm Kim Cash here in Portland, Oregon. Today we're going to make jalapeno stuffed poppers. And I've got these gloves because the seeds are extremely hot and you don't notice right away, but the heat will bother your hands. So I'm just going to slip these on to core out my jalapenos. And you should do that too. You could use a baggie or something. And so you just cut off the top, which this one's been pre-cored, and you just dig out the seeds. And I'd bring it over to the sink, rinse it out, just to really make sure that you get every seed out of there. Because, I mean, unless you like it really hot, you want to get your seeds out of there. And then you want to dry it off, because if you don't dry it off, your batter won't stick very well. But that's how it should look. Nice and hollow, no seeds. And then I'm just going to come over to the table and mix up my filling. I've got a crab bowl here. And I'm going to put my crab, about half this mixture in here. And then I've got my Philadelphia cream cheese. And it's been heated up in the microwave for about 30 seconds, just so that it would be really nice and soft, which will make the job easier of combining the stuffing. Okay, so now I have my 6 already pre-stuffed. You can see them right here, and I kind of overstuffed them. And I wipe them off too, just to make sure that, because it is kind of messy and you want to have a paper towel on hand so you can wipe them off. But I'm just going to stuff this one here. And you want to either use your finger to shove it down into the hole really well, or you won't get it all down in there. Or you can use the end of a little spoon or a fork, or just any little utensil that you can use to get it really in there. And it's a little messy, but you can just wipe it off with a paper towel. And the reason you do that is that once you bread them, to get the breading on there to stay, if it's wet, it won't stay. So wipe them off. Now we've got them all ready to bread them. So I was out of breadcrumbs, but that's not a problem. If you just look around your house, you'll find something. You could use potato chips or frosted flakes or corn flakes. I'm using some tortilla triangles, and I've just thrown them in here in my blender, and I'm just going to pulse them until they become like breadcrumbs. Okay, now I'm just putting together my tortilla shells that I've crumbled up. You can see how nice those are. And some buttermilk and a little bit of flour. I've mixed them together here so that I'd have a nice batter to dip these in. And it's really gooey. You could add a little more flour if you want it to be more sticky. But you want to get these well coated, because one of the best things about deep frying is the batter. And this is kind of a messy procedure, but just get right in there. Get your hands in there, get a little dirty, you can wash them off. Don't worry about it. And then I just pop them over here in my breadcrumbs, which are actually corn tortilla crumbs. Get it well coated and just really cover it well. Then I've got all the other ones all ready to go. I've got to wash off my hands for a minute because it is messy. Okay, so I've already got 6 already finished. I'm going to do my last one so you can watch it. And I'm just using a little pasta strainer spoon to put it right in the oil, because the oil is really hot. You want to be very careful with it. And you want it to be about 300, 350 degrees. If you have a thermometer, just test it before you put your jalapenos in there. Let it sit in there for a few seconds, just until it gets a nice golden brown. You can just watch it. I like mine a little browner than my family. I like my stuff a little well done. So this one will probably be mine. I might leave it in there just a little longer. And you can see I've got them sitting on a brown paper bag. That's just so that it will absorb some of the extra oil. And you could use something from the store, but I just like to try to be green, use something just sitting around the house. And I reuse my oil too. This is pretty dark, and it's pretty dark because I've done a couple batches of these today. But you can just look at that and see how pretty that is. So I'm just going to turn off the oil. You don't want to leave your oil on, because that will be a problem. Okay, now I've got all my jalapeno poppers ready to eat. But I'm going to make a little sauce, and I've used some yogurt, some ricotta cheese, Philadelphia cream cheese, and ranch dressing. Just drizzled it right on my platter, and I'm going to dip one in and take a taste. This is just loaded with flavor. Try it. I think you'll like it.